Bristol, baby. It is Bristol, baby. Now, Bristol's not my favorite track to bet, typically. Throwing some rain, throwing the fact that everyone just wrapped the bottom in practice really doesn't help us much, I think, for tonight's race. But I've got a plan, and I think we can make some money on this. But first things first, I got a new beer that I'm going to try, and I like this. This is it's Oso's Brewery that did a 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline beer, which I think is awesome. So it's a pale ale. Let's see how it is. Oh, we are. What's up, everybody? All right. Well, hey, happy race day. Collective clink. Oh, let's take a pull. All right. So Brian likes Denny. Connor, what's going on? Keith, what's up? Let's do the driver rundown here. I know. Okay, so Connor, here's where I disagree. I think it'll be more like the Xfinity race. So I think that everyone in practice ran the bottom, which I completely understand. It was fast down there, but nobody ran the top. But if you go back and watch the Xfinity race, I think that everyone will be running high later in the runs. Now, who's going to be the first to go up there? My guess, Ricky Stenhouse, maybe Kyle Larson, those guys that are starting deep that need to make up some ground. Because here's the deal. If there's just one lane around this track, it's going to be super boring. I cannot believe that NASCAR went and reapplied that grip strip down to the bottom. But remember, 500 laps, that's going to wear off really quickly. Yeah, Big Ross, I'm kind of lost too, but I do have some ideas. Let's get into it. Chris Bell. I don't know. You tell me. Do we trust him? I mean, this is a good track for him. I don't think that the dirt really matters much. He was really good here last year. He showed some good speed, pretty solid. I don't know. When's he going to make his mistake? He's going to make it. You tell me. I just don't know when he's going to make it. I don't like his current pricing. I think he's a little overvalued relative to other Toyotas. I think the other Toyotas that are faster. And I don't trust Chris Bell. Do you trust Chris Bell? Is Rob Perez on here? Does Worldwide Wob on here? Because he just loves to lose money on Chris Bell. Denny Hamlin. Denny is really good. But here, last year, Denny Hamlin was also the best in practice last year by a lot. By a lot. So can he actually turn that into race-winning speed? I know he's won here a couple times. I think Denny's going to be really good, but 4.5 to 1. Brian, I see you have 8 to 1. I think that's a great price. 4.5, 5 to 1 on Denny. I do not like that. I do not. 4.5 to 1. You got 500 laps. Tuning in from the golf course. 2 down with 4 to play, so you need a winner. All right. How many over are you, Ian? I think Denny's going to be really good. You know, can they keep their mistakes to a minimum? This is not one of his best tracks. I think it's a good track for him, but it's not one of his best tracks. But everywhere, Denny's been fast all year everywhere. So I'm assuming that it'll be more of the same. He was good in practice. Nothing. There were guys that were better than him in practice. I'll say that. But he's got track position, which is really important. Does the practice speed though actually translate to race speed? At this point, I don't know. Because everyone's just wrapping the bottom, and I think that you're going to have to work the bottom and the top. So we don't know whose car is going to work on the top. We could take a guess. We could take a guess at who those guys are, and it's no secret who that is. But they're starting a little deeper. So can Denny Hamlin kind of take control of the race? Whenever he's taking control of a race, he loves to throw it away. Look at Kansas last week. Look at Richmond earlier in the year, Martinsville earlier in the year. I just think that's what Denny does. William Byron. William was sneaky good. Again, not a great track for him, but he's been pretty solid. I think Byron's going to be good just because I think his pit crew's been solid all year. They just kind of figure out a way, and he has speed. So he's got the two things that are required to win a championship. Very low mistakes, speed. So I think he's going to be there all day. His price, that 6.5 to 1, 7 to 1 range, I just don't like anyone short of 8 or 9 to 1, to be completely honest. Michael McDowell. I do like who said that they had Hamlin over Bell? Oh, Hamlin over Bell. Yeah, I like Hamlin over Bell. I also like I do like some Byron over Bell if that's out there. But I like Byron. I think Byron's more consistent. Would everybody agree that Byron's more consistent than both Bell and Hamlin? So I would rather side with the consistency, especially at a place like this where anything can happen. How the hell did Michael McDowell qualify 4th? I don't know. I think he's going to fade. I think he's going to be terrible. Not terrible. He'll hang around, but there is one car that's not like the others that's starting in the top 10, and it's Michael McDowell. I don't know if you can fade him. Byron top Chevy in a play. Okay, not bad. Byron over Bell, Caesars. I don't think that's bad. Yeah. Yeah, I don't love Byron figuring out the high line either, Big Ross, but I don't know that he has to. He's just been so good. I figure he'll figure it out. He ran well here last year. He was kind of riding around the top 5 all year or the whole race. So I think he'll figure it out. But again, you're right. The high line is something completely different, but we're actually going to make guesses. If we are going to say that we don't think that Byron can run the high line, we're going to make the same. We're going to say that Larson, Reddick, Stenhouse can run the high line. And I don't know. I think you have to be able to run both. Truex, what a great qualifying on Truex. I said it on the Stay Green podcast with Todd that this is the most important qualifying of Truex's life, and man, they pulled it off. To be starting 5th, they have to be just thrilled. I think his car is average at best, but he can just hang out there. It's so hard to pass. If he just kind of hangs around the top 10, if he scores stage points in the first stage, in second stage, he just kind of stays out of trouble, I think it's going to be a success for this 19 team. They only probably need to finish 12th or 13th if they can escape with 10 stage points. I think, Big Ross, I agree. No Byron outright. I would say matchups is fine. I don't like anybody outright, to be completely honest. I don't like anyone. I've made one bet outright, and I've told, I think, 2 people. And if you're on here, you can't guess. But if you can guess the outright bets that I've made, I've only made one. You got to guess who it is. I want to see if anyone knows who I think is going to be really good. And I'd be shocked if you did. Brad K, terrible in practice, but good qualifying. Expect him to race well. It was not Larson. I have not played Larson yet. Brad, I mean, I don't know. I saw nothing from Brad in practice that made sense for him to be a top 6 qualifier. Nothing. Not Cindric. No way. Reddick. Nope. Ross. Nope. Nope. No one's going to guess this. I mean, I don't think he's going to win, but I love the price. I think Brad's going to be good, but he didn't show me anything. I think this is where we have to actually draw the line and say, hey, we're just betting guys that run well here. Because in practice, if you're ripping the bottom, that's fine. It's not going to matter. You need people that just get around Bristol well. So I'm going to start by saying I think Brad is going to be really competitive. Eric Jones is close. It's not Gibbs. It's not Hocevar, no. But probably similar in price to Hocevar. I just think Brad's going to be good. I don't know why. He'll get around. Not Stenhouse. Nope. Man, is this guy really not on anyone's radar? Briscoe, no, but good guess. Maybe I'm wrong. I doubt it, but maybe. I think this guy's going to be great. Okay, moving on. Chase Elliott. Pretty good out of Chase this week. Good qualifying. I think last week he showed some speed for the first time in a while. I think that's impressive. Oh, really? Oh, Connor guessed. Wow, Jenny Stanford. Wow. Yes, Connor did. Oh, I didn't see. Oh, Connor did guess Dinger. Okay. So Jenny knows. So thank you, Conroy family. We'll see you in about an hour here. Yes, I bet AJ Allmendinger. I think Dinger is going to be real good. His matchups, he's kind of juiced on in the screen, but I think this guy gets around this track. He was good here last year, and his lap times were top 5. AJ Allmendinger, top 5 lap times. Yep, you heard it here first. He's going to be good. Let's get back to Chase. Chase had a lot of fall off, but he was good, and he gets around this place. I think this is another guy where if he's comfortable with his race car, He might not have been great on the bottom, but probably good enough. And once that groove starts to move around, I think he'll be good. Ty Gibbs was exceptional, but no secret. I think because it was no secret, I know that Ryan from iFantasy Racing tweeted out that he was, top. I think he was first in 10 lap, 15 lap, and 20 lap average. Whenever that happens, he's usually overvalued. But I think Ty Gibbs is going to be good. I just can't see him working his way through the field. Do you see Ty Gibbs passing Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr., William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Chris Bell? I don't. I think he can hang around, but I don't know. He was good in practice. I have nothing on nor against Ty Gibbs. I actually don't have that much in the race, to be completely honest. Bubba Wallace, pretty good in practice, but not great. Lots of fall off. I think the adjustments that were made were not very good on his race car. Qualified well, does not run well here. I actually faded Bubba in a matchup. I think he's going to struggle. I actually took. Obviously the price has moved massively, but I do think Chase Briscoe is also pretty good here. I think Chase Briscoe is going to be decent. I think when push comes to shove, guys that just run well here, and I think Chase is one of those guys, like Ross said, good on concrete. I definitely faded Bubba with Chase. Corey LaJoie looked really good in practice. I can't get behind him. I think he's going to have maybe a top 15 run would be amazing for him, but I think he finds himself a lap down. And yeah, the problem with Jacob, you're looking at Dinger over Haley. You probably have like this crazy price of minus 130 because the real world actually has minus 185 or minus 190 on that bet. So yes, Jacob, for your situation, you should probably play it, but no one else has access to those stale prices. I don't know that Briscoe's a top 10 car, but let me get to him. Ryan Blaney, I think the Fords just in general were trash. No secret there. Blaney's all right here. I don't think Blaney, when he doesn't look good in practice, he typically doesn't run that well. I think that he's going to struggle. I'm not high on Blaney. I think that if anyone that wanted to, yeah, there he is, Rob. There's Worldwide Wob coming in with his Chrissy Bell. I don't think that Ryan Blaney is going to be good. I think that there's some Kyle Busch action against him, and I would support that. I think Kyle Busch, even though he's average in practice, I think he'll run well. Alex Bowman had a good practice. Yeah, Harvick over Blaney, the same thing. I agree with that. KFB over Reddick. I'd be getting out of that bet if you can. Even if you lose juice, I'd be getting out of that bet. I know that we gave that out on the podcast, but hey, it's time to change our mind. I do not like KFB over Reddick. I think Reddick's going to be good. I still like KFB over Blaney. I still like KFB over, not as much over Truex, but I definitely like him over Blaney. Alex Bowman was pretty good, and he actually runs well here. This could be one of those surprising weeks where Bowman sneaks his way into the top 10 and starts. Okay, thanks, Derek. I appreciate that. I think. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I got a little off track here. Tyler Reddick. I want to skip to Tyler Reddick. Tyler was really good. I think that he's going to be solid. He doesn't run well here historically, but I think that you can't really look at his past. He hasn't run great at a lot of places. And look at him. He had a chance to win at Michigan. He had a chance to win at Richmond. Obviously, he was able to pull something out last week, thanks to his boss helping him out. Hey, I like Reddick for the championship. I think that if there's a guy that, he's still 10-1, he's going to be solid today. I mean, if you didn't get in on him at 25-1, which I've been harping on for the last couple of weeks, I think that at 10-1 is still not a bad price. Let's see who's next. Bowman was solid. I think this is one of those, he could run top 10. I'd be shocked if he was competing for the win, but I think he'll be all right. Chase Briscoe didn't look great in practice, but he qualified well and he runs well here. This is a place where I trust Briscoe. I think maybe top Ford for him. What is his top Ford, Brian? Or someone, maybe a top Ford for Briscoe. I just thought about that. I think he's better than Blaney. Well, I think he'll race better than Blaney. I don't know if his car's better than Blaney. No, top Ford. Never mind. Keselowski and Buescher. He ain't winning top Ford. Sorry. Just kidding. JK. Reverse that. Kyle Busch starting 15th. Man, did not have it in practice. He had moments where he was good, but I think he's going to race well. I don't have a great explanation other than the fact he's really good here. That's what I think. Reddick plus 250 for a top 5, 20 to 1 on Bovada. Wasn't that nice, Brian? I don't hate Reddick at all. Kyle Busch, I think Kyle's going to be good. I haven't taken him. I think that this is going to be more of a live betting race. Hocevar, I like Hocevar. Like, I mean, if I'm a Cup team owner, I am signing this kid as fast as I can if I have the ability. I don't care what capacity. He qualified 16th. I mean, how much better is he than Noah Gragson? And Gragson is a phenomenal driver. Carson Hocevar has all the talent in the world. He's just fast. He might be an idiot, but he's fast. And you know what? You want to be fast in a race car. Shocking, I know. Let's see who's next. Ryan Preece. I think he's going to be fading quickly. I just don't think he's there yet. I think that this 41 team, not where they need to be on speed. I don't know where he's at mentally. I can't blame him. I mean, I was scared to death when I saw his eyes at Darlington. It's like, dude, should this guy be racing? I don't know. I think he's going to struggle. I know that he's decent on short tracks, but this is like a short track super speedway, and I don't think it fits him. Austin Dillon, also not very good. I don't think Dillon's going to be very good today. I would have nothing on him nor against him. Justin Haley was not bad. He ran some good laps late in the practice. I don't know. I have nothing on him nor against him. I think he'll be a lead lap guy. Buescher, kind of a shocking qualifying for Chris Buescher. I think he's going to be good. I think him and Keselowski just practice like piss, but I think both of those guys are going to be fast. And I think that if you're looking at a potential outright price, he's kind of around that 18 to 20 to 1 range. I don't hate that at all for Buescher. Same with the guy starting behind him. Kevin Harvick. I think Kevin Harvick's going to be good. He didn't look great in practice, but he gets it around this place. And I don't like him to win because I think he's just trying to move on. That's where you have to, be careful on taking guys to win. I do like a guy like Reddick to win because there's nothing holding Reddick back or Larson back to going out there and winning the race. I think obviously Hamlin's pretty good. He's going to get some stage points. Byron's good, and probably Keselowski's good. So I would stick to probably those guys when it comes to outrights. If Kyle Busch has a chance to win, I certainly think he'll take it. Same with, or at least be aggressive. Kyle Busch, you get to Chastain, and then you get down to Buescher. Yeah, he wants to win, but I think he wants to move on more than anything. And there's some fast guys lurking. Kevin Harvick, all these guys want to win a race, but they're not going to be that aggressive on a late race restart. I just can't see that happening. I don't hate Harvick. I like him more in matchups than I do to win the race. I just like Harvick. And then Allmendinger, I can't believe how good his lap times were. I just can't believe it. This looks like a top 5 race car. I think we gave out a bet on him at bettheboardpod.com or bettheboard.com, wherever Todd releases that pick. I love Allmendinger today. I'm just afraid that he could go a lap down quick. He just needs to make some passes early because, man, the leaders come really quickly to the rear end of that field. Chastain was pretty sporty. He's 18 to the good. I think he just wants a solid day. This is as good as he's probably looked at Bristol in a while. I don't consider him. I know he's good on concrete, but I would say that the Nashville and Dover are two completely different animals relative to Bristol. He'll be all right. I think he'll be moving forward. But I don't think he has maybe top 10 speed. I don't know about that. Daniel Suarez, no, I don't like that. Connor, I don't like that. No. I think maybe top 10 speed. Suarez, I thought was trash. I have faded Suarez every way I could. I think Suarez is a donkey. I don't like Suarez at all. Does anybody have anything on Suarez? I don't want to break any hearts here, but man, was he pitiful in practice. I knew Big Ross was going to chime in and say that. I think Big Ross and I look at the same stuff. Eric Almirola, I'm not high on Eric Almirola. This isn't his type of track. I'm not high on Almirola. He didn't have a ton of fall off in his first run. Had a ton of fall off in his follow run in his best top 10 bet. I have that. You have to go to bettheboardpod.com or bettheboard.com or follow Todd Furman. He posted the pick, I'm pretty sure, but there is a top 10 bet that I like. And there's a nice little payout to it. And I bet you can guess who it is. Not high on Almirola. Ricky Stenhouse. Not a great qualifying for him. This is one of his best tracks. And I know it's his favorite track. And whenever you get that combination, and he looked good in practice, I'm not opposed to putting some money on Stenhouse. I don't think he's going to win the race. I don't think he's going to, he'd have to win the race in order to move on. So maybe he'll be super aggressive to try to do that. Maybe some aggressive strategy call. Maybe he stays out, pulls a Daniel Hemrick like he did last night. I don't see that working out for him, but who knows? He could work his way in the top 5. He's a guy where if he's in the top 10, I'm not shocked. His lap times did not show it, but he can search and find speed as much as anyone else. I think anything against Suarez has value. Austin Cindric, not high on Cindric. This is not a place where he's had success. That team has just struggled all year. They find issues. He's starting way back. I don't know. We're getting into the danger zone here. Ooh, Stenhouse top 10 plus 250. I think someone else has better odds. Allmendinger. I think I'm not high on Cindric. I'm not high on Gilliland. The guy I am high on would be Eric Jones. Now, he didn't show a lot in practice, but whenever he races well, or wherever he goes to a track where he tends to race well, he's coming off of 2 really good finishes. I think there's speed in the race car. He didn't unload maybe the best, but I think he'll just be really solid all day long. I think Eric Jones, even though he's starting deep, I do like him in some capacity. I did take him I took him in a matchup. I don't know that price is necessarily available most places, but he just has to get off to a good start. Otherwise, the leaders are going to be coming so quickly. I mean, you start half a straightaway behind. So, Jones minus 125 on Almirola. I like that. Ty Dillon, I think a non-factor, obviously. Harrison Burton, I mean, this season just can't end quickly enough for that team. I mean, he's not good. I mean, him and Ryan, I guess I skipped Ryan Newman, but do we really need to talk about Ryan Newman? Or how bad was Joey Logano, by the way? I skipped Joey Logano, too. I just want to say Joey Logano is going to be better than where he qualified and how he practiced. I just can't imagine Joey Logano just going a lap down really quickly, but maybe. Who knows? That's pretty pitiful out of that 22 team. And then we'll end it with old Kyle Larson. I mean, look great in practice. I have no idea. I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know. If I had to, if he opened at 10-1, I would have pounded him, which is kind of where I thought he should have opened. But then he opens up at 6-1. A lot has to go right for him to win this race. So much. Yeah, I'm not fading Logano at a strategy track. I have not faded Logano. He's got to be better than he looks. Kyle Larson needs to get very lucky to win this race. His car is fast on the bottom. We all know that he's going to be eventually fast on the top. He has the last pit stall selection. Going to be terrible. Like, he's not going to get spots on pit road. Arguably the best car, for sure. Larson's car in practice, he's always the best in practice. This is nothing new. Can he get to the front? I just don't know. I don't know. I think he'll pass J.J. Yeley, B.J. McLeod, Ty Dillon, Harrison Burton, then Eric Jones. I mean, Eric Jones was not that bad. I think that Larson will pass him, but he better do it in 3 laps, because if he waits 10, the leaders are going to be coming fast. It's going to be so hard to win from this spot. I don't like him to win. If you like him in matchups, okay, I can deal with that. But he has to deal with a terrible pit stall where he's going to constantly lose spots. He has, not to mention, the leaders are going to be coming quickly. So if there's a long green flag run to start, which it looks like there's going to be rain, right? So there's probably going to be this bullshit caution. I think that it'll probably bail him out. He's going to have to change something up from a strategy perspective. Maybe stay out, do what Daniel Hemrick did. I don't know. It is so overvalued, in my opinion. Yes, his car is fast. Can he win this race? Yes. But it is not like Xfinity, to Big Ross's point. You can cruise to the field in Xfinity. You can cruise. Justin Allgaier made it look super simple there at the end last night. This is a Cup Series. He's going to have a hard time passing AJ Allmendinger. He's going to have a hard time passing Kevin Harvick. He's going to have a hard time passing Chris Buescher. He's going to have a hard time passing Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe. Like, so many things need to go right for this guy. I can't pull the trigger at this 6-1 price. I can't. I just don't know where is Larson priced if he qualifies 7th? Is he plus 350? Look, I don't like that price either. I just don't know what happens if Larson pulls it, which he should have. What happens if that? He's going to have a hard time passing Newman. Everyone has a hard time passing Newman, and Newman's in a dump truck. Well, according to Jeff Burton, we have to stop. We have to put a stand to this. Jeff Burton thinks we're idiots. Jeff, that's what he said. When he said that Ryan Newman in the 51 was running top 10 lap times, he is saying, hey, fans, you guys are idiots. What in the hell is Jeff Burton talking about? I can't believe the words that come out of his mouth sometimes. And this guy's telling people on TV. He's going to have a hard time passing Ryan Newman. I agree, Big Ross. Only 2 winners ever from 30th or lower. And by the way, it was not in this race car. When was the last time someone even came close to winning from the rear in this car at this track? I mean, I guess we've only raced one time, but I just don't see it. I don't see how Larson gets there. Do I want to see him get there? Oh, hell yeah, because if he wins, live betting is going to be very profitable. I just don't think he can do it. I don't know. All right, any other questions? I think Dinger can win. I really do. I think Dinger can win. Do I prefer Stenhouse over Suarez or Briscoe over Suarez? What's the Stenhouse price? I know I played the Briscoe over Suarez at minus 130. I mean, I like them both, yeah. But it depends on the price. I don't know the Stenhouse price. Don't see any reason to bet Larson now. Definitely. I agree, Jimmy. I think it's a great point. No reason to take Larson. If you have access to live betting, don't take Larson right now. Harvick top 10 still juice to minus 110 value on top 10 machine. Okay, I don't think his car was a top 10 car in practice, but I just think he's going to be a top 10 car. I do think it's a coin toss, though. I don't know that I wouldn't say there's value. Yeah, you probably take both of those, Connor. What odds you take Larson at live? That's so situational. That's really tough to say. It depends. It depends how quickly he's moving through the field. That's a tough one. I don't know. I could Larson go a lap down? I mean, honestly, if let's just say Denny Hamlin gets clear, I feel like him or William Byron get clear. I don't think Bell has the same car as Byron and Hamlin. So let's just say those cars are going to be coming at, 3 to 4 tenths a lap faster than a 15-second a lap racetrack. I don't think he goes a lap down. Because I do think there's going to be a competition caution. I think that a competition caution I think that saves him. I think a competition caution will save him. Do we have anyone that's at the track here that's on this that we can actually, like, is it going to rain here? I haven't seen Twitter here. I agree. I think that I don't think that the 5 gets lapped, but I don't think that it's like, I don't think it's an automatic he's not going to get lapped, or at least get the pressure. I mean, he's going to put up a fight. That's for damn sure. But I also think at Bristol, even if you go a lap down, cautions breed cautions. You could find yourself back on the lead lap. And this is a strategy race. Big Ross brought it up earlier. I think it's a great point. It's a strategy race. This used to be a race where it's like, hey, the best car wins. The car that's handling the best on the top and the bottom is going to win. But it's not anymore. You have to be on the right. You have to be on the right strategy. Yeah, rain and cautions will help him stay ahead. I agree. Who's my pick to win? I'm not going to say AJ Allmendinger, but I want to. I'm not. I honestly don't know. Who's going to win? Man, I would say I don't think Hamlin's going to win. I don't think Bell, Hamlin, or Byron are going to win. I think they're going to be there. I think they absolutely could win, but I gotta do something outside of that. I don't think Truex is going to win. I think it's between Keselowski, Reddick, Papa Sharp. So my best friend is Papa Joe. He went 3-0 this morning in his college football bet, so he's starting to call himself Sharp. He read Billy Walters' book, and now he just thinks he's the smartest guy ever. So I think it's Keselowski, Reddick, Busher, I don't know. I'm going to say Busher. I don't know. I think that, gosh, I just don't know who's going to win. I wouldn't be shocked if Bell, Hamlin, Byron, Keselowski. I don't think Ty Gibbs is going to win. I think he's overvalued. I think even Kyle Busch could be good. Yeah, you're right. If you factor in price, I think that it has to be Reddick. I think if you factor in price, it's Reddick. Starting 12th. He's already got a win. He's just not great here historically, but he could be. I don't know. This is a tough one. Or Larson. By the way, I wouldn't be shocked if Larson won. I mean, his car is so fast in the bottom that if it does move up to the top, he could actually just pass cars that are on the top and not even have to worry about anything. I don't know. It's going to be a hell of a race. I'm super excited. All right, everybody. I got to get going. I don't have a ton on this race. I don't think it's necessary to have a ton here. I think Texas will be tough next week to have a lot. I think Talladega will be tough, and then go to the Roval. I think that this will be kind of the start of light weeks from a betting perspective up until we get to Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville, and Phoenix, and then it'll be Pound Town. So good luck, everybody. Cheers. Taking a pull. By the way, I'll be streaking in Scottsdale if AJ Allmendinger wins. See ya.